I just wanted to talk, and I guess I have an idea on what I want to touch on, but it's a little bit of everything. There's something going on in my solar plexus space. I feel a little like something doesn't sit right with me. And I have a spread of cards in front of me. And as I say that, I look down at the devil card. It can be it can be really scary when you have a very limited amount of people in your life, especially physically. And a person within that support system acts in a way that makes you feel unsafe. Part of me wants to say, well, it's not their fault, it's your feeling of unsafety. You need to deal with that. But the reason why I felt unsafe was because the other person wasn't owning up to their feelings and owning up to their feelings, blaming other people for them. And that really freaks me out. It really freaks me out. Because my mom used to do that a lot, and it's like a thing within me of own up to your feelings, and that's why I do it so much. I've actually very recently learned the importance of anger and expressing when something isn't okay, because not everything is my fault. I don't have to process everything on my own, or not necessarily on my own, but it's not all. I mean, even though it is, when it comes to communication and relationships, it's not all on you. Sometimes it helps to speak up. And I did last night, and it wasn't well reserved. It wasn't well received. That really hurt. I got anxious and I cried. It was so uncomfortable to cry. It was very painful, and I tried to fix it several times. But he would be all like, here you go again, with all your feelings, you're overreacting, when I know I'm not. How shitty it can feel when someone you really care about can act in such ugly ways. It makes you really think, why do I love this person? They don't deserve it. But it's not about deserving. I don't think it ever is. Maybe sometimes it is about deserving. When you get a medal or something. Maybe you deserved it. To some people's standard of what it is to deserve that specific accolade. Maybe I can tell you a little bit about the reading I have in front of me. Because this thing that I'm just telling you about maybe doesn't seem like much, but it is a lot. It's a lot. Because without this person, I'm otherwise alone. Or at least it feels like that. And of course, I fucking do. I take the best out of every moment, and I learned something yesterday. I learned something. I felt like this person was giving me strength. This person was helping me moving forward, that I couldn't do it without them. Right now and before it has felt like that, I feel like I'm doing it in spite of them. And what I learned is that I am actually giving myself all that support, and that I don't need to be afraid of moving out on my own and creating my own life once I'm able to detach from them. Because I can, and I am. That's what I learned. But yeah, let's get to this. Ooh, ooh. I am in pain because physical pain. Because I've been working out for the first time in my life. Ignore the towel. I've been enjoying working out. I really have. And that is very cool. Today I said, what if you just don't go to the gym today? And I was like, what? Are you crazy nuts? I want to go. Okay. So there's this corner about the situation that I just told you about. Do you want to see the spread? Maybe I can show you for a second. Okay. 1 second, the misters. Okay, there you go. There is the spread. This is the spread. Okay. Okay. You didn't really see much, but I don't know. Maybe you appreciated seeing what I was looking at. So I think I want to start here because it really, I don't know if that word hit me is a word, but I felt it. It was more soft. It's like air. So the Seven of Pentacles is about time. And something that I am manifesting, working on is work. I don't even want to say that word. Send help. And home. And this card is just like, it took time, but it's here. I'm reading it a different way now that I'm reading it with you, and it's nice. And you see that up there? Let me get close. Whatever, you can see that up there. There is a card in another deck that I have over there that's called Sacred Maze. And it reminds me of that. This life sometimes can be so mazy. It can be confusing. You get lost, and it's like, I know where I want to go, I think. And then you forget for a while, and then you remember again. But you see how there's like maze on this side, maze on this side, and then he opens up. You get out, and you end up here. And it's like, whoa, it took a while, but now we're here. Okay, and another big part of this card is that this lady that worked hard, like out in the field. She's dirty and sweaty, and she's tired. And now she's looking at the fruits of her labor. And on this card, which I had never seen it, like how I saw it today, and that made me really happy. So you see this down here, the little brick wall, and there are some flowers. Look at her. You can probably not see it perfectly, but still look. Look at her hair, how it's put back. And what I saw when I saw this is like she's out in her garden playing with the fairies. Now she has 8. She had 7 here. Now she has 8 coins. She's playing with the fairies. She just took a shower. She rested. She ate something. She had dinner. And it's sunset right now. It's almost sunset. And she put on her most comfortable lounging clothes. And her hair is brushed back because she just took a shower. And she's just like, you know that feeling, I have it in my body right now, of good tired. Like, oh, I'm tired from all that, but now I get to relax. And she's just like playing. This is what I wish for myself. I feel like things got hard again. I was feeling like this not so long ago. I'm not willing to sacrifice myself for anyone anymore. And if I could take something from someone being emotionally manipulative, is that manipulative? Is that how you say it? Is that I've really got myself right now. These two cards came through before from an old deck that I made on my own. I have the King of Hearts and the Queen of Hearts. I usually didn't read them like this, but I felt like reading them. And it reminded me I am complete. And then underneath, funnily enough, because the hearts signify your emotional world, and it's like 11:11. Okay, the hearts signify your emotional world, the subconscious, maybe your spirituality, and that's complete. That feels I am cold. Whew. Can you hear me? Just give me. Let's breathe together for a little bit. Let's do that because I need to warm up, and then we'll continue. Flying around the Christmas tree on the dawn. My heart is very excited to be alive. It's just a cute feeling that I just felt as I was really meditating. Just saw these images of my heart just being very happy. And then came down the King of Pentacles, which this card has been following me around. And I have a fear from this card, which I would love to share right now. I've noticed that it's hard for me to share sometimes when it's things that are really, really close to my being. That I feel people could judge me on because I judge myself on them. Okay, so before my life, I've waited for people, men, to come save me, for an opportunity to come save me. And this time is not necessarily the exception. You are my only exception. You it's not necessarily the exception. And this card coming out as a positive thing because it came out with the sun makes me feel like, well, it's fine that you feel like you need help. However, there's something deeply different about this time. I am not making anyone else the center of my life. He has a crown. I saw him being like decrowned, if that's even a word. No, I know that what's most important is my own stability. That's set on the backbone of me, myself, and I. And we don't do anything in this world alone. That's, I think, also a little cheeky reminder of this card. Oh my god. I'm tearing up. I feel it's important to tell you that so you know what's going on. I'm afraid of being too much right now, but I'm gonna say it how I'm experiencing it. Okay, he has something I've never noticed before. Which is the beauty of these cards. That they have so many specific cards, so many little details that every time you read them differently. So he has an axe, which I also had never seen before, and it's such a pretty axe. Holy shit. And he has a little handkerchief on his hand. And this had been this card. She also has a handkerchief in her hand. Okay, I'm gonna go say some ballsy things, but then I need some more clarification from my inner wisdom. Because I need some answers. I will not put my life in somebody else's hands. I have done that, and it has gotten me here, but I can't do that anymore. No, I'm not willing. People are too volatile. People don't always see me. I can't have a partner, or not right now, or someone that defines my life. I am the defining factor of my life. And perhaps that is why this is happening again. Maybe I'm ready for it. For the opportunity of a lifetime. Work, job, money has been such a sore point, such a sore area in my life for a while. And I don't know exactly what I want. I thought being an English teacher was going to be the thing, and I was really making progress in that area. I even got a job offered to me once. I have a work permit, which is a nice little cushion to have there in the back, but it's not what I want. Fuck, it isn't what I want. And it took me doing it and then going to the point where I felt dread going in to that job for me to understand, I think you're not in the right place and life is too fucking short for you to fucking waste it, baby. So keep following your heart, and you will find a nice place to rest. And this is oh no, fuck off. I just saw something else, and it's really hitting right now. If anyone ever wonders how those tarot work, it's precisely like this. You become really warm and cozy with your cards through using them with time. And they give you messages, and they give you messages, and they give you messages. And then there are days like today where you really know your cards and you start seeing correlations that you didn't see before. Messages that are coming through, could be an inner wisdom coming from your soul, or something somatic, or who knows what else, something coming from your subconscious mind. It doesn't matter. The point is that when you get a message that speaks to you, it speaks to you. And you either gotta take action or really sit with it, whatever it is, but it just freaking works. I've been seeing, it's not a vision, but it's a place I go to in my mind, where is this beach that connects to a forest. And as I said, and I've seen myself sleeping on moss within that forest, very close to the beach. And as I said, a soft place to land on, I understood what the sun card means right now. And it's just that green grass, that moss to lay on. I will explain further. Okay, so this got me a little bothered because it's a lot. As I said, we can't do anything alone. If we work with people, or we work for people, or people watch our stuff, or whatever it is we do. If you were the only person in the planet, it would probably take away from a lot of its magic. Like if no one ever got to see your pottery, that's kind of like no. Like even if it's a thing I do for myself and on my own, from time to time, it's nice for people to come and see my pottery. You know? I feel guilty as fuck for every time in my life that I let someone else take charge. One second. I can't hear. I just wonder if it was for me. What arrived. But probably not. Okay. So, the Six of Swords is a card that talks about leaving some rocky times behind and you're begin finding like calmer waters, and that bird just reminds me like she's getting really close to this island. And I mean, that boat looks like it had seen better days, maybe. But she's putting down her sails and she is asking for help. That's what she's doing with a handkerchief. I mean, you could also see like she's saying goodbye. But I always saw it like that. Like she's asking for help. Like, okay, I'm doing my part. I am leaving where I know I need to leave. But I need a little help here. And the King of Pentacles for me is someone that's stable. And this just means to me that something huge is happening. And this kind of like grass hills in the back reminds me of this. Just so hard to believe, but it feels like something big is happening. Like they share the handkerchief. This person, they needed help. And now this King of Pentacles, that's well established. He has the handkerchief. He's no longer waving it around. And the feeling that I keep on getting and I cannot ignore, because these soft intuitions that speak through me are the strongest. Always. Always. And they're rarely wrong, if ever. And I get, this is something I had to learn the bad way. Those very intense intuitions, urgent. They have their moments, but this like feeling, I feel like that's the main thing with intuition. It's not a thought, it's a feeling. An intuition that I'm getting, feeling, is of you don't know how good things are. And I know it's so hard to see, like a future self speaking. I know it's so hard to see right now. I know it's so hard to believe. Like, how many times have you not believed me, a future self, talking through you, telling you things are alright, things are alright. But the difference is that this time we have ourselves and life is not perfect. I don't need to lie to you right now. You're a big girl now. Life isn't perfect. Sometimes it kind of sucks, but I always have home, and that's what we have been working on this whole time, figuring out how can I have that home? How can I erect it from the ground, have it be just for me? You feel lonely. I'm talking to my future self. I don't want to be. That is why I tell you today, allow yourself to be held when you can. Because those moments will come. There's no need to really be lonely. Sometimes we have those moments, and that is okay. It's okay to feel lonely, but don't lose your cool over it. You're okay. If any people are being shitty, you can relax into this time. And I know that might be near impossible, but I just want you to know that you can. You feel it. You know it. Relax. It's okay. I swear. You can relax. You can trust. I know it feels so hard, but this loneliness is something that it's not something that you cannot handle. You know that. You know that. And you know that four walls and a bathtub are not gonna give you that fulfillment that you're looking for. Though it will change everything in many ways, but you will. It does not mean that anything really changes from where you are now. And this is the main message I want to give you today. Nothing really changes from where you are now to where I am. It is more comfortable, but the way that you experience life, I want to remind you, isn't very different. You still stop to see how the sun reflects onto the wooden floor. You don't really want to go on walks that often. You like snacking and kind of feel guilty about snacking, even though you do the healthiest snacking that you could possibly muster. Because snacks still need to be good, I mean. You still aren't really good at choosing movies and watching them through. Unless it's a really amazing movie. We worry less about reading, that's for sure. You're loved, and you'll see your family soon, which is important. But from there, I can't say much. You're good. We're good. But we're the same beautiful person. We're the same beautiful person. I'm still you. You're still me. Just maybe a little bit more confident because we have nicer things. We can back ourselves up. No need to go asking for permission. But still, same old person. Yeah. What I keep on getting is, let it be. Let it be. It's going to be okay. I still feel restless, but I guess I won't for long. You are the only exception. You are the only exception. I wonder how this is gonna be called. Well, see you later, alligator.